How's everybody doing? This is everybody's favorite conservative in New York, Christopher Wright, here to present you with another momentous speech. And obviously, I'm not walking talking today. Windy day here in New York, so I want to get the message out there, and there's no way you can hear me when the wind is blowing 17 miles per hour. So, anyways, what I want to speak about today is pretty much something that's been really a big problem here in New York these past few months, and that's bail reform. We have a situation where, you mainly started hearing about it where there was a couple people in the Jewish community, a lot of Orthodox Jewish people who were getting attacked by different, people and, pretty much going to jail and getting, released the same day. Because with bail reform, what they're trying to say is, oh, look, if you're, a low income person, you don't have, you don't have much money, then you should be able to get the same treatment that somebody that has a lot of money who can afford the bail, so they can get that people get released early because they can afford bail. What about people who are homeless or don't have much money and that can't afford bail? They deserve the same rights as somebody with money, where they can be released the same day. So they're doing it where it's like no bail required. It's, and to me that's dangerous, because they had a lady, for example, here, and you can find her name. You guys know I'm bad with names. She's a black woman who attacked three times in the same week. She attacked Jewish people in the Jewish community. A rabbi guy one time, and two Jewish women on other occasions. So criminals here obviously have figured out the law pretty quickly, and they know they can get away with, just doing physically attacks to people, because they know that, bail is not going to affect them. So she got arrested 3 times in the same week. They had a situation where there was an officer who got attacked. And if you watch the situation, this video in Brooklyn, this officer got attacked by a homeless guy, and the homeless guy got on top of him, was punching on him, and the deputy that was with him was a black woman, and she had a baton, and she was beating the guy to get the guy off the cop. So, she beat the guy, tried to get him off the cop. She called back up, they got him off, and then the guy got released the same day. So you got Jewish people getting attacked, and then the people that attacked him getting off the same day. People attacking police officers get released the same day. We had situations where also women are getting attacked. There was a young man, a Hispanic guy in the Bronx, who got released for beating up for a domestic dispute with his girlfriend. And then the same day he got released, and he attacked her again. And while he was attacking her, he had on camera, he put a knife in his coat jacket sleeve and was about to use it to look like he was about to stab her. But luckily he didn't pull the knife out. He just beat her up some more and left. But he could have easily stabbed her and really been some real serious issues. So, they have a guy who been released out of bail 3 times in about 3-week time frame. And this guy was attacking women. One woman he attacked on the subway, a black man, knocked her teeth out. He beat her up so bad. And she was just begging for help. And it seems like in New York, we have, the city of betas, because in every single one of these attacks, people are in the video just standing watching these women get attacked and women get beat up, and nobody's stepping up to help. So I'm just confused by this. I'm like, or is New York's getting to the point where it's turning back to the New York of the 70s and New York of the 80s, where, if you guys know, like New Yorkers who've been here, I've been here for 6 years, but I've seen a change in a 6 years time frame. But I speak to people that are born and raised here in New York in their 40s and their 50s and 60s, and they tell me how New York was in the 70s and the 80s, and how the crime was all over the place back then, and there were just so many issues. And New York is heading back that way, and it seems like Governor Cuomo is looking for that, because when they question Governor Cuomo about what's going on with the bail reform, he said, I'm out of state right now, so when I'm back in town, I'll figure something out. So he didn't even sound like he was focused on it. And it seems like what they're trying to do with the left is almost like start like some kind of civil war, because they can't beat the president and President Trump and his ideas like overall politically. And they can't make it, and they try everything to try and make them look bad. They're lying about Charlottesville, anything they can to try and make them look bad, because they have no policies that are good for the country, it seems like. So right now, at their point, they're like, what, we give up. If we can, get people out in the streets on the left, or, just to cause like a civil war, then we'll go there. Anything to try to make Trump look bad. They got TDS, the Trump derangement syndrome, is bad, especially here in New York City. And it's very dangerous. It's right now, like, like even me, like there's been 2 instances right from my work. A guy got stabbed in the neck the other day because his girlfriend, he was trying to fight for his girlfriend because they had a stalker who was stalking the girlfriend, and the guy tried to set him to the stalker, and he got stabbed in the neck. And the guy, they said he might not make it. I haven't got the details of what happened to him, but you can tell people in New York are pretty much coming out and doing what they want to do because of the laws changing. They even had incidences where they had police officers in the public transportation, the train station, and they had people walking through the train station. And the latest one I saw was just, a bunch of minorities, mostly Hispanic and black people, walking through the train station saying, F the police, F the police, F, one video saying F Hispanic police, F black people, that's police, F Chinese who are police, F Jewish people police. And they're going through like all the races and F female police officers. And the police officer was standing in New York. And people have been in New York, you'll see the NYPD here. It's not just the evil white man like the left is also obsessed with. The evil white man under the bed is going to get you. NYPD in New York is all races, man. I would say it's probably about 30-40% white people, and the rest is just different races, different cultures, a lot of females in the NYPD. So the NYPD is the most diverse police force I've seen in any state I've ever lived in. But they make it seem like, it's all racist and, and it's all manipulation. It's all fake news that's coming out and trying to make the NYPD look like this. So I don't see where they're trying to go, the far left. It's like, doesn't make any sense. They're just trying to go to anarchy. And that's what it seemed like with me if I had to put, my finger on it. So, what I'm hoping they do is they to me, I just want them to get rid of bail reform, period. Just they got to start from scratch and just try something else and get rid of it for now and do something else. Do it, because right now it makes absolutely no sense. People are getting seriously hurt. People are getting attacked. They got people jumping. There's a video of a guy jumping on a cop car. And the cop just pretty much is sitting there looking at him because he knows that they're stripping away a lot of rights from police officers here. So police officers are losing their rights while criminals are gaining rights. So it's just getting to the point where it's getting way out of hand in New York City, man. So I wanted to do a video just speaking on bail reform and how big of a problem it is. And I'm just hoping that, the rest of the country wakes up and doesn't, I'm in the far leftist, the probably the bluest state next to California in the whole country. So you see what happens. If you want to see what happens, the Democratic Party took over the whole entire nation. Just look at New York City and look what's happening here. Look at the crime with Andrew Cuomo and Mayor de Blasio, who's a communist pretty much in my opinion. So you got, Cuomo, they don't even like each other. Governor Cuomo to me is like a mobster, like Don Cuomo. And then you got de Blasio, the communist. And this is who runs New York City. And then you got AOC just, running districts here. So you see where New York City is going. It's going to the radical left. And we don't need the country to go that way. That's why, I'll do whatever it takes here to try in 2020 to get as many people elected who are Republicans into the smaller positions, Congress and politically wise, and hopefully get, hopefully we can get Trump elected as well. But, that's not going to be easy, but I'm going to fight, because, we can't have the whole country turn into New York and LA, because you see the homeless problem in New York and LA is out of hand. More in California and New York is out of hand. More in California than New York, but it's getting bad in New York as well. I mean, we got, homeless people having the right to, use the bathroom in public. So you're seeing, if you're in New York, you see people who are homeless, taking number ones and twos in public. And it's just disgusting. And you're seeing more and more, all over the public transportation. So it's getting out of hand, man. And New York is, like I said, it's turned to the New York of the 70s and the 80s. And I'm doing whatever it takes to stop that. So, everybody out there listening, I thank you for taking the time out and supporting my YouTube channel. It's growing by the day. And, the CRA, the Conservative Republican Alliance, my group, I'm getting together with a big meetup group here in New York for this month and a couple of days. And every month I'm going to team up with conservative groups in the city. And by time for elections, I want to team up with every big conservative group in New York to make our voices heard. Because, I'm not going to just sit around and act like, oh, New York, it's over for us, we're done. I'm going to fight to the best of my abilities to bring justice to the city. So everybody out there listening, like always, God bless everybody out there listening, and God bless the United States of America. Peace out.